Hi guys, and welcome to Mpundu-Merci's podcast, where we strive to heal hearts while inspiring lives. Today, I'm excited that I'm not alone and I'm with my handsome friend. I will allow him to introduce himself.
So my name is Moses. Maybe I will let Melissa do the talking, but I've been friends with her for a while. Actually, we went to the same high school back in 2015, but was a little bit shy. But now she's
Hell no, like you're lying, to be honest. Like he's lying. Like I wasn't that shy, but we
Really?
didn't used to talk that much. We weren't that friends, but I wasn't shy.
No, she was shy because
I was really that talkative more than these days.
yeah, maybe because we didn't be in the same class, you take the same class, but it was interesting to see that now you're starting up something new in our podcast. And I've been listening to the past episodes, and it has been very interesting. So it's a pleasure to be here today, and I can't wait to chill, talk about some life experiences, and maybe have fun with the rest of the audience.
Oh, thank you, Moses. I really appreciate that you have come today. I was really looking for hosting people, and did you know that you're the first person I hosted on my podcast?
Really?
Yeah, like you're the first one. I used to do the solo podcasts, and they were boring, usually, and now I'm having fun.
This is very interesting, and it's a pleasure, as I said, and maybe we'll look back at this maybe after 100 episodes, or a season. How many episodes does it take, like, to have a season?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't like planned, but then maybe 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 10 and have one season and the other one, or either 15. Haven't really like scheduled to have a season yet because I'm still starting, as you know.
Right. So I always have that, that feeling of being the first guest. So it's a pleasure.
Right? I know, right?
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure that I have a friend of mine who knew me from since I was I was kind of little.
Yeah.
I do remember when we were young. The time I started high school, I was really the shortest in the class. And do you remember?
Really?
Did you remember?
No, I don't.
Like, I was the
No,
shortest.
there are people who are shorter than you.
No, I was the shortest and the thinnest in the class.
Yeah, maybe you're the thinnest. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the thinnest in the class, and Moses was. But by the way, we did grow up.
Yeah.
We did. Like, I remember the time I saw you when we were coming here. Well, I was like, it's just the same person I used to know, right?
Me too. Yeah, me
Like,
too.
to be honest, you guys had grown up and become this guy you're seeing here today. Like, I really enjoyed meeting him again, and welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's a pressure.
There was something special about Melissa back then. She was the only girl who knew some facts about football. Yeah, she was a fan of Man City. I think she's still a fan of football, but she was that she had that element which was making her special, and allowed her to chill with some other people, not only girls but also some guys. Back then we were still young, and it was special. Yeah.
I know how I used to watch football matches alone as a girl, and everyone else was a guy. So Moses, what have you been up to these days?
It's the usual things, going to schooling, and working on some personal development, and also I've been actually learning a lot of skills recently.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like which one?
Some soft skills.
Sure. Soft skills. What are soft skills?
Yeah, some soft skills like communication skills.
Okay.
But I'm still I'm getting there. But I still have some a long journey ahead. But I'm getting there. It's it's a step by step process, and but also I've been learning, some other new technologies. I like to code.
So
Um,
now you're good at coding.
yeah, but actually I started coding it back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But now there are always new technologies coming into, the scene, and I'm a continuous learner, you know, because of again of this thing, the Agritech Club here at school.
Yeah.
So I like to learn, new technologies that are trending. Also because of the spaces that I belong to, there's this space called GDG. So
What is GDG?
GDG is a Google Developers Group,
Mm-hmm.
which are present almost in every major cities. Like
Okay.
Kigali, there's Accra, there is Nairobi, California. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in GDG Kigali, but again, uh, like I like to keep up. There are these technologies for Google developers, which I'm not used to because of obviously I'm not a software engineer,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm self-taught and self-paced learner. So I like to,
Yeah.
keep up on those new technologies. Read about their documentation, then find some courses, learn these technologies, add them to what I already know. So, but again, we have a platform here. So
Mm-hmm.
there's this technique called the Feynman technique, which
Mm-hmm.
it was named after this famous scientist called Richard P. Feynman.
Mm-hmm.
They named some a learning process after him because of how he thought if you can like understand something and be able to tell it to people in like an average person in the simplest way possible, then you will get to understand it even more. So for example, if a person doesn't understand what a podcast is and you tell them in like a simplest way possible, then you get to understand yourself what and like you develop that understanding even a little bit better.
Okay.
So because of being a lead here at the Agritech Club, so I learn these technologies. I tell them I get an opportunity to uh, transfer the knowledge to my colleagues.
So, Moses, you have talked about how we are learning soft skills like communication. How's it going?
Some communication is a big thing. I've been learning like how to talk in public, um, be able to address a large audience. And I've been reading some books, and here I get an opportunity, and in different spaces that I belong to, in Kigali or here on campus, I get an opportunity to be able to like to pitch or talk to a large audience, and um, learning is through like listening to TED talks, you know, some podcasts like this, reading articles on the internet about this, and actually, I was like, planning to ask you this question. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
did you start a podcast? Because, podcast is one of the ways that I enjoyed, like, listening to different opinions of how people express themselves. Like, I listen to a number of podcasts, and I really find them to be like interesting and exciting to listen to. So, like, how did you, come up with this idea?
Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, how I come up with this idea. First of all, by the time I was still young, I really wanted to be a journalist. Not by professionalism, but as a hobby. Sometimes you could be an engineer, a farmer, and then be a journalist on the other side.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I wanted to do. So then, growing up, and then meeting other things in life, and I've seen that maybe being a journalist wouldn't be that easy. And then I come to realize that there was another way that I could express my opinions by not only working on a TV or a radio, but then or having your own channel, like
Facts.
podcasts and
Yeah.
what. And also I'm a writer, and I used to write things, but then most of the people, mainly youth these days, aren't really interested into
Like novels or
readings.
some.
No, like usually I write poems, and I'm starting to write articles anyway, in case you don't know.
So you
I'm
have a
start-
blog or something?
No,
Yeah.
like there is this website called Acadgenius. So guys, if you don't know it, please go and check it. Like I'm starting to write articles on that website.
Okay.
But I even have other poems on on other websites. Maybe for the people who follow me on my personal social media platform, you could get the like the link and go and check out those websites. So yeah, I used to write, and most people are not interested into reading. Like most of the youth are really not interested in reading. They can't even read like 3 pages. So I found
Yeah.
that an obstacle, and I wouldn't really express my opinions. But through podcasts, I have got a channel where I could express my opinions, and many people would listen to it more than reading it, because podcast you can listen to it whether either you are jogging or sleeping or anything, like and you could get what the person wanted to talk about. So that's where my idea came from.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a story to tell. Like, yeah,
I'm not a motivational speaker though.
yeah, that's a story to tell.
Mhm.
Like, after 3 to 2 or 3 years,
I know.
when this is booming.
So guys, as I said, me and Moses went to the same school in high school.
Yeah.
Is there something that comes to your mind whenever we talk about high school?
There are a lot of moments, and high school actually was really fun when you.
I know it was really really fun.
Yeah, and it was a different world compared to this one we're living in right now, and it isn't like that far, but all 15 was all 15, all 16, all 17. It was a different world, I can say, because that is when social media was booming in our country, in the youth. Actually, like I created my first account in 2015. My Instagram, Facebook account. Like all these trends, like of the Gen Z trends started that in that period, because that's when we are like starting our teenage years. And we were in the middle of teenagehood, so I think it was fun. We had a lot of events. I can't really like specify like one point in time when, like, but there are some memorable things. Like you can't forget like when you made a mistake, and there was the head of discipline chasing you around school, and hiding under, like, in the dormitories, under
Under the bed.
yeah, under the bed, and it's
You
it's
know.
really fun. But it's when you like look back and realize that we have really like grown, and it was like interesting to live in that period.
No, like he said about the booming of social medias. I do remember when we used to have those parties, and then we have to memorize the songs, and you memorize the song, and then you have to go and perform it in front of everyone. Like I do remember. Have you ever performed in front of people, like when we were still in high school?
Yeah. So I performed. I was performing an artist called, I'm an American rapper called Meek Mill, and
No.
actually I got a name from that.
Mick Moss.
Yeah, Mick
Yeah,
Moss.
Mick Moss.
It was Mick from Mick Mill and Moses. So those two names, combined, Mick Moss, and not Mickey Mouse. Don't confuse it with the cartoon. It's Mick.
It's
Moss.
Mick Moss.
Yeah. So I got that name like from performing Mick Mill. I would like you would like get lyrics, download it. No, actually you don't need. Yeah, you would download it on an iPod, or those little iPods.
We're not even allowed to have any electronic device
Yeah,
in high
yeah,
school.
yeah, fact. But you would sneak in. You would carry the little iPod, or someone would bring a phone, and then you would download that song. You have it on an SD card, and you would listen it to cram it. But again, you go in a computer lab. By then, there were no okay, the program started for post-TIFL, for the government offering post-TIFL to students, like in 2017.
And they gave it to the A-level students.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
never gave it to all
So
O-level students.
yeah, so we would go in the computer lab and write some lyrics. Then you come and you cram it, like you learn the lyrics, and you go and perform. You take the microphone, or you just you don't even need a microphone.
I know.
They play the song and you just go there.
And you act.
Yeah, you act, you perform, you vibe, and it was really interesting. Actually, like a few days ago, I saw a picture of one of those events, and
Sure.
yeah,
I need to see it too.
it was really funny. It was really funny. So
You talked about performing. I do remember we used to bring other clothes which are not school uniforms.
yeah.
And then once our matron said she doesn't want us to wear some short skirts or either those too revealing clothes.
Okay.
So on the gate on our dormitory, she stood there by the time we were preparing ourselves to go to the party, and then she stood there. She started checking on every bag. Oh, this is short. You're not taking it anywhere. And then she took all of the clothes. I do remember that too. It was really funny to be honest.
Actually they would take the clothes. They never gave it back.
I know. Do you remember the time
Yeah.
we did go to steal the clothes?
Yeah,
in the head of discipline's office.
Yeah, there were students. I wasn't part of it.
Sure.
But there were students who went to steal their clothes. Actually, can we call it stealing? But they went to bring their clothes back because they
without the head of discipline's knowing that they are going to take the
yeah, in
clothes.
fact. So it was very interesting, and it's it's one of those periods you won't forget. I read somewhere that even in these years that we are in right now, it's those times that you won't even forget, even if you you age up to 70.
So as we are wrapping up, Moses, do you have something to tell my audience?
Yeah, sure. So one thing I can say is I'm really it's a pleasure, I'm really happy to be the first person to be on your podcast. And what I can tell your audience is to watch out for more episodes. I know this will be fun. And remember to subscribe.
Please do.
Yeah. So watch out for episodes on different platforms. Maybe also on Spotify there will be an episode in the future.
And Google Podcast.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see what the future holds and what this will turn into, and I'm really excited for this, and thank you very much for having me. Yeah, see you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Moses. It was really a pleasure to have you at my podcast. I can't wait to have you again and again.
Yeah.
I can't wait, to be honest. And you guys, please remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and please take care.